Big corporations launch countless products every year. Some of the products are hardly successful. However, not every product launch turns out so well, even if there's a big company behind it. In this video, we'll take a look at some of the biggest product failures in history. Before doing so, don't forget to support our channel by subscribing. Also, hit the notification bell for more interesting marketing and business videos. Without further ado, let's get straight in the video. Number 10. Watermelon Oreos. Oreo. If you're a perpetual sweet tooth, then you know the real struggle of always searching for the perfect snack. For a lot of people, Oreos are always a good idea. But if you've ever found yourself desperately craving for a snack, don't try the watermelon Oreos. Watermelon Oreos feature a bright green and pink filling sandwiched between two vanilla wafers. They were launched in June of 2013 because, I quote, "They are fun and great for summer." What should have been your favorite summer snack turned into a big flavor failure. Many Oreo fans hated it, and luckily the watermelon Oreo was a limited edition. Number 9. Lip Balm Cheetos. Talk about weird flavors. In 2005, Frito-Lay decided it would be a great idea to launch a Cheetos-flavored lip balm. They believed if it tastes good, why not smear it on your face? Turns out, it wasn't a great idea at all. Although the popular Cheese Puffs Cheetos might be a tasty snack, a face isn't the right place to put it, mainly because of the strong smell. Very fast after the launch of the product, it received dozens of negative reviews which forced the brand to discontinue the product very quickly. Number 8. Google Plus. Google. In 2011, Google launched Google Plus, their own social media platform, in order to compete with social giants Facebook and Twitter. Google Plus was firstly launched as an invite-only platform before opening up to everyone later in that same year. Google boasted that their social platform had 5 million users, but how many of them were really using it? Later through their blog, Google admitted that 90% of their engaged users had a session timeout of less than 5 seconds. Back in 2011, some analysts were already writing obituaries due to the bad user experience they had on the platform. But Google decided to close the site only after discovering a data breach in 2018. Before doing so, they decided to separate successful features such as Hangouts and Google Photos and run an independent services. Number 7. Galaxy Note 7. Samsung. In 2016, Samsung launched the Galaxy Note 7, which was meant to be the successor to the Galaxy Note 5. With many new features like its mini tablet large 5.7-inch screen or its water-resistant screen, the Note 7 had everything to be a successful product. The goal was to try and appeal to people's needs for larger screens and more user-friendly and comfortable smartphones. The product was first launched in the United States and Australia. Only 3 months later, it became available in the UK. In only 2 days, more than 200,000 units were pre-ordered, which caused shortages in supply. This forced the brand to even delay product release dates in some international markets. Heaven turned into hell when after only 1 week, Samsung received several reports of the Note 7 catching on fire. A man's car even caught fire after his charging Galaxy Note 7 burst into flames inside his SUV. Very soon, Samsung stopped selling the Note 7 and ordered a recall on over 2 million phones around the world. Number 6. Crystal Pepsi. Pepsi. Crystal Pepsi is probably the soda world's greatest failure. It all started at the Super Bowl in 1993 when a commercial about a clear cola went viral. Back in 2012, sales were stable but not growing for the two cola giants. Pepsi wanted to come up with a product in order to convince occasional drinkers to choose for Pepsi. That's how Crystal Pepsi was born, which was a lighter tasting, healthier seeming alternative to normal cola. After its launch, it very quickly became a national hot topic. The Crystal Pepsi was flying off the shelves. Some people even bought a 6-pack in order to send it to friends to try it out. Unfortunately, everybody wanted to try this new Pepsi, but nobody was going to retry it. Nevertheless, by March 1993, the company sold for $474 million of Crystal Pepsi. By 1994, less than a year after Crystal Pepsi's big launch, it was discontinued. The flavor was just not good enough. Number 5. Arch Deluxe. McDonald's. Although McDonald's launched several product failures, none of them was as huge as the Arch Deluxe. Introduced in 1996 as a more gastronomic burger with a grown-up taste, the Arch Deluxe was supposed to be the first step into a new category of premium burgers. The company spent an estimated $200 million advertising the Arch Deluxe's launch, which was at the time the most expensive marketing campaign in fast food history. McDonald's was originally projecting to make $1 billion in sales in its first year, which wasn't completely unreasonable because on paper the Arch Deluxe is one hell of a burger. The goal was to reach a different audience, adults. Unfortunately, adults weren't interested in paying more for a high-end burger, at least not in a fast food restaurant. People who want to eat refined food and don't care about the price would rather go to a formal dining restaurant. Although an expensive burger with good beef and quality ingredients in a fast food chain seems unrealistic back in the 1990s, it's a very popular trend nowadays. Burgers from fast food chains are no longer just food for kids. It's quite common to see adults eating burgers with sophisticated ingredients that easily cost $10 these days. Number 4. HP Touchpad, Hewlett-Packard. The touchpad was HP's attempt to compete with Apple's successful iPad. The company launched its product in 2011 with an extremely costly marketing campaign including multiple celebrity contracts and a big press event. The event was very successful and it created a huge wave of excitement for the launch of the new and first tablet running HP Palm's WebOS. A last detail was missing at the event: the product itself. The only thing needed to make for a successful launch was to make the touchpad available for purchase right after the event, for a competitive price and fast shipping dates. Instead, HP kept working on the product for months, out of sight of the press corps that had fallen in love with the tablet. Month after month, the news coverage and the excitement from the event died off, which took the touchpad off the radar of potential buyers. Clearly a bug waste, knowing the excitement it created during the first event. The longer the product stayed off the market, the more interested parties forgot about it. When HP finally launched the product 6 months after the event, it was the worst launch possible. The company doesn't have its own stores, so it counted on major retailers and partners to create an explosion in sales for an actual touchpad launch. It never happened. 2 months later, HP dropped the price significantly, followed by the company's announcement that the entire WebOS hardware line was canceled. HP sold their stocks at that reduced price in order to empty their supply chain and move on, without the touchpad or any WebOS phones in the market. Number 3. Satisfries, Burger King. In 2013, Burger King introduced Satisfries, a healthy alternative to their traditional French fries. The company claimed that their fries were healthier than regular fries because they used less porous types of batter that prevented more oil from being absorbed during frying. Burger King eventually failed to convince their customers, and soon some disappointed customers nicknamed Satisfries Saddest Fries. Those healthy fries were also more expensive compared to Burger King's regular fries. With only 2,500 orders placed nationally, Burger King decided to discontinue the menu. The product was launched to cater to what seemed to be a specific customer demand for healthier products, but it looks like people going to Burger King don't expect to eat healthy. Number 2. Facebook Home. Facebook. Developed by the social giant Facebook itself, Facebook Home is an Android app that adds a Facebook wrapper to your iPhone home screen. Instead of seeing your phone icons, you see Facebook's cover feed, a moving slideshow of photos and status updates from your Facebook friends. You were able to like and comment on Facebook content directly from the cover feed. Facebook announced that the Facebook Home app has been downloaded nearly 1 million times. Unfortunately, many user reviews were pretty negative, and the app has a bad rating in the Google Play Store due to a lack of a clear and structured user interface. Overall, most of the users find it difficult to toggle between Facebook Home and the original phone interface. Number 1. Windows Vista, Microsoft. Launched in 2007 as what should have been a successor to Windows XP, the Windows Vista operating system was everything his predecessor was not in the bad way. Criticized by both IT professionals and also by users, Windows Vista reduced the performance of a computer, which caused a lot of issues on the internet for its users. According to professionals, there weren't as many strong arguments to upgrade from Windows XP to Vista, as Vista was basically XP, except it was more buggy and slow. Vista did have a lot of issues, but good things did come out of it. The futuristic design of Vista was ahead of its time. And through Vista, Microsoft was able to correct their mistakes in order to create the legendary Windows 7. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to support the channel by subscribing and smash the notification bell for more awesome videos about businesses and marketing.